Hello, we're back. And slightly better than ever.
The best forge in tier for a day. Blades,
As you can see, we're not quite where we left off in the last part of Haeva's adventure. We are at the blacksmith. You also notice there's been a change in the sword, because we had purchased the sword last time, but we didn't upgrade it. We also managed to upgrade. We upgraded Afra's rifle, and we just gave her stun. We just gave a stun. And the reason for this is primarily cosmetic. I feel like the stun upgrades look the best on these rifles. I mean, the damage one is okay, but nah, this one is like where it's at. Now, upgrading this did make quite a difference. Like, this is our original weapon. 534 damage, which physical damage is the only thing we worry about. If we get really concerned about armor, we of course switch to our pistol. But yeah, as you can see, this is so much stronger. Now, I probably would say that I still overall prefer the look of the other one, but I do like the look of this sword. This might be my second favorite look. The grip is still not something I'm a huge fan of. Still, like, they have the same grip, it's just that the other weapon is studded. It's the studded version of the same grip. But yeah, I think I like this one more just because this compensator is thicker. It's got a little more thick on it. But we'll be alright with this one. We'll be fine. Now, before we get into continuing the other quest we were on. Wait, what are we doing? Okay, so I just want to go back. Use a chest. But yeah, before we continue the original quest, we're actually going to stop by to see if Sarah has returned, who I truly adore. I really wish this game had display cases. Display cases really don't do anything other than aesthetics. So if I were a developer, I'd probably try to think of something like some kind of benefit for display cases, personally. Because like me, I don't usually care for things that are just around for aesthetic reasons. I feel like almost everything has to have a function beyond that. But I do like display cases and...
Sarah doesn't seem to have returned.
Okay, so she still hasn't come back.
Someone here might know where to find her.
If she came by here after having locked us up in the grotto, she would have warned them we were coming. So even if they know where she's gone, they won't tell us a thing.
These village folk are not the talkative type. It would be a waste of time.
My child, we have a more urgent task at hand than to find that woman. Your cousin is still reported missing, and must be in great danger.
Yes, that's true. We must find Constantine. The High King can wait.
Which is the exact same dialogue we got last time. As if it wasn't obvious enough. Like they all have to tell you. Like, yeah, you're wasting your time. Move the hell on. You know? It's like, alright, fine, damn. I get it. Move on. But you know, like Skyrim, like I said, I know I give Skyrim a bit of grief. I do. And it's just because when the prettiness of the game goes away, and I'm looking at content, in a lot of ways Oblivion was better, but Skyrim did improve on some things. And I definitely liked the mannequins and the weapon racks. I thought that was pretty cool. They needed improvement themselves, don't get me wrong, but I liked them. I liked the fact that they were there. And I remember in Kingdoms of Amalur feeling like, wow, I really wish that they had weapon racks and displays. And now I'm feeling the same way here. Damn, like, I think it would go Sarah, then Mev. Wait, not Mev. Who the hell's Mev? Like, wait a minute, who the hell are you? You're not the person I'm talking about, are you?
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
Yeah, okay, so it is Mev. But, yeah, it would go Sarah, then Mev, then maybe Afra. I don't know, it's just certain ones. Oh, did we ask her? And I stress her. Did we ask her these things?
Can you tell me about Enon Mil Frictiman?
I already told you. He is the god of 1,000 faces. His spirits, which run in the rivers, carry our steps. They flow under the bark of the trees and whisper in our ears through the breeze. They are our father, our protector, our healer, and our gravedigger. They are the source and the cycle, but I doubt that some Renoixe could understand that.
No, I'm pretty sure we asked her about these things.
What's the role of a Tierna Cadachtas?
In every generation, all the Donegada of the island choose a Tierna Cadachtas. She has to be the best of them all. She advises them, and sometimes guides them. She must help them to remember that everything they receive must be given back, that we are part of a cycle. She must know all the secrets of the island, pass them on to those who are deserving, and protect them from the Moni Sinaig. And no, I won't entrust you with these secrets. You are on all Menawi, but you are not a Donegad.
That's kind of cool. I don't know what a Moniz God. I don't know what that is.
I've come to ask for your help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalas fair on the body of Katasak the Donegad.
Katasak is dead. Under Voshtire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared. Taken, according to a witness. And Katasak suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth? Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasak.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixe. I will help you. And I also wish to gain understanding. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinol Menawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasak, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Doren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
Now this is a weird choice, because how can we know which one to do if we don't even know we have everything? And I doubt we have everything, because I have a bad feeling that this was a situation of magical stuff. Like, we were there, we looted everything, and yet we probably did not get everything. So
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Duren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
see, I feel like we should have got more information. You know what I mean? Like, it did not tell us what each decision meant. And I don't know, like, when it comes to this game, and some people might actually like this, but it can kind of suck to me. Like, I don't know, like, I'm just thinking out loud and somewhat randomly, but when you accompany someone, like, alright, let's go, I don't know, like, I might have wanted to travel, like, actually do the physical traveling together. But I can understand people not liking that, because one of the things that people often dislike... Wait, so... You mean to tell me? Because they were like, it's not that far. I mean, yeah, I guess. It is kind of that far. I guess we should go for this campsite, Camp of the Stone Arch. But yeah, usually escort missions are among the most hated missions in a game. And I definitely can understand that. But I feel like that just means we need to improve escort missions. And or make them feel different. Like, I mean, escorting her could have been fun. Do you hear me? Like, that could have been fun. Because you might have gotten to see her do things that you're just not capable of doing, that Siora doesn't do. Like, imagine it being different. Like, yeah, we might come across bandits or Bridge Alliance, and that's cool. And, you know, she can hold her own, but she might be more powerful than Siora, and you should be able to tell and be able to see that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're definitely going to survive. But you could make it that way, depending on the level of difficulty. Because obviously, if you chose not to go with her, she makes it there, so maybe she is strong enough to where you're fighting every enemy by yourself. I mean, she's fighting every enemy by herself. Well, then when you encounter enemy, animal adversaries, creature adversaries, they don't attack. You know, and there's dialogue. She's like, stay near me. You know, that kind of thing. It'd be, you know, that would have made for a much better experience, in my opinion, than just having it black out. You know, fade to black. You know, like, and I don't know if she can do it, but because, like, what happens when you first go to meet her in the Bridge Alliance, you know, like, you chase her, the Bridge Alliance ends up being after her. It's difficult to say what happened. Like, I can't tell if she summoned that Nadeg, or if the Nadeg was in that area, which is why she went there, and then the Nadeg popped out of the ground to defend her. Which I just got re-mad because I am reminded of how we had to kill the Guardian that was protecting her. But, okay. Moving on quickly before I start going on that tirade. So, it would have been cool to be on a escort mission with her, which isn't really an escort mission. It's more like you're accompanying her to the location. And then, based on that... Hold on, let's get these... Well, I guess that's not gonna work. Did I switch to the ring for some reason? I must have. But, especially since it's more of an accompanying mission rather than an escort mission, where you have to defend her, it's like, you know, that could have been a very cool experience. Having her, you know, you get into a fight and she summons a Nadeg, you know, and then with the animals, she just, you know, they don't attack us.
I recognize this weapon. It's Cadachtas, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
I'm confused. Why would we craft at the city of Hikmet? I don't understand. That seems kind of weird. It said at the city of Hikmet, that was an option. Why would we do that? You see, like, sometimes this game is just straight up confusing. We're gonna do 2 of them. Why not? Alright, now what? You gotta tell me what we doing, game. Didn't we just do that? Or did I misread something? Did I screw us over? Like, are we gonna have to reload the game? Because I'm kind of worried that we might have to reload the game. I am very confused right now. What is going on? Sovereign Potion against Burns. I remember that. Alright, let's look at this again. Maybe I hit the wrong button. I must have hit the wrong button. I thought... Oh, missing components. Because I tried to craft 2. I tried to overdo it. And again, I know people saw it. It was like, dude, what are you doing? You know? Well, you know what, game? I'm gonna blame you instead of taking responsibility. I should have been able to say 2. Even though it was very clear, it said missing components, and the quest was only for 1. I don't care. Alright, it wasn't enough. I gotta say, I don't like how... I don't know, like... I almost feel like there should be multiple ways to do stuff. And sometimes there are. But there's other times where... Haeva just seems completely uncaring, if that makes sense. So... she has like no concern for the Tierna Cadachtas, or whatever, however you say that. She has like no concern for her. Because she's like, yeah, even though I may die, you know, and it's just like you brush past it, like, okay, cool. Just like, well, is there another way? Or at least acknowledge what she's doing. Like, she didn't thank her. She doesn't say, I appreciate you taking this risk, though I hope we don't lose you. There's been enough loss of life, you know? And then maybe the Tierna Cadachtas. It kills me that I cannot say this word to save my life. Like, I just... Tierna Cadachtas. Tierna... their words are actually easy to say. They just... they sound how they look. They pronounce how they look. But... you know, just at least acknowledge it. And then the Tierna Cadachtas can be, like, kind of dismissive of your concern. Where it's like, no, we return to the cycle, you know, it's cool, you know, that kind of thing. We've been here before. I vaguely remember, but we found this place when we were explorating. Yup, I remember. But yeah, just be like, there's been enough death. He's like, death brings new life. So I'm not concerned, you know.
Were you able to find the elements I need for the ritual?
Yes. Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. But the moon is not yet high enough. Would you like to wait with me?
You know I would. You're like my true self's other love interest. That's like a lot to say, but it's true. You're my true character self's second love interest.
Yes. I will keep you company.
Sit then in that case, and remain silent. I must meditate. Cadachtas, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato al confrangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quate grenfen, linkui damda renaute da hodos. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam, de talugedon velam, de taragam buledam. De tataminam reloidan. Adotalamen kantebedam en antelam verfragtandom.
Cadachtas, help me, please.
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster. Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You
should have done that, Cadachtas. To save one Renaigse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different.
No.
He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening?
No.
Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
Finbar. No. The High King?
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Good grief.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Cadachtas protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
Please don't
How are
die.
you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice. I will need to return to his sanctuary in the north of the island. He must be hiding there.
You know where he is?
Yes, but I wasn't able to enter. I have one seed, but I need another.
Vinbar is a very powerful Donegad, as well as being the High King. He has access to knowledge that even I cannot attain. He has seen the true face of Enol Mil Frichtim. His secrets must be well kept. And he would only have shared them with those he loved the most.
Yes. I must find Sarah. She is certainly the only one to know which seed is needed. Thank you, Mev. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Cadachtas. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Mev.
I don't know. I still wish we had different dialogue for that situation. I wish instead of a fade to black, we're kind of shown taking care of Mev. If that makes sense. Yeah, this is a weird way of doing these quests. In my opinion, I can see if people disagree, but this is just kind of strange. Because they intertwine despite being separate quests. And you're forced to go about it a certain way. So it's almost like this should have all been one quest. And then like some of this doesn't even show until you do the next part, you know, that kind of thing. Because we tried to find and question Sarah, and when that happened, it made sense that we were trying to question her at that time. It almost didn't make sense to stop. It's like, where in the hell did she disappear to? You know? So it just was kind of strange from a story perspective, not a game perspective. Like, game perspective wise, they were obviously trying to limit us. And that's why she just suddenly was impossible to find. And there was no recourse as far as trying to find her. But I don't know, like, sometimes I feel like some of this could be handled just a little bit better. Just a tad. But I'm not surprised. I'm also not surprised because they're clearly trying to save on time and things of that nature, clearly. And it's easier to have it fade to blacks instead of creating an entire scene. So that's what they're gonna do. But for the next game, I hope this is not the case. Huh. So, this is abnormal, right? I see one of... Yeah, these people were not here before.
And so you have left the cavern, Renaigse. And here you are again.
I have no idea why you suddenly decided to shut us in there. But it matters little.
Matters to me.
I must know what second seed is required to open the door to the sanctuary. Now, more than ever, we must find Vinbar. He slew Cadachtas, and he holds my cousin captive.
She's not gonna care.
Vinbar would not have killed Cadachtas. He respected him. And why would he bother with your cousin?
I have no idea why, but I know this to be true. The Tierna Cadachtas revealed this to me. Would you accuse her of lying?
No. You are the one who lies like all the other Renaigse. And I thought that I could trust you. I should never have let you enter the cavern. And even less have allowed you to leave there alive. Eitmo!
No, no, no. Really? Really? There's no way to avoid this fight? Are you kidding me? Spiders, you're getting lazy. You got lazy towards the end. How are you gonna make this fight unavoidable, man? Did I just kill Sarah, yo? Dude. What? Are you freaking kidding me? We killed Sarah, lost freaking reputation, 3 reputation. Like, what the absolute hell? I'm so mad I can't even focus on freaking looking at the thing. I mean, we're still friendly, but I am livid right now. I am pissed, man. We just freaking killed Sarah. We done helped these natives, did everything there was, helped her, we saved her life, fought on her side, and everything else. We got a friendly reputation. We talked to the Tierna Cadachtas. Everything. We have a reputation, and none of that freaking mattered, man. None of that mattered. I'm so upset. You don't even know. Or maybe you do. Like, I'm not happy. I'm not happy, Spiders. You are messing up your own game. Now, if there were certain things you didn't do and couldn't do or what have you, if that was the case, then so be it. Then there was no way to avoid that fight. But given everything that we've been doing, for none of that to matter, for there to be absolutely no recourse, there was no way for us to get around this. There's no way to avoid a fight. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm just so irritated. And maybe stupidly, part of it is because, like, that is the character that I love, damn it. She was my romance option. Or unrequited, you know. She was my love, damn it. I knew we weren't gonna ever get together, but damn it. It's like, and I know Haeva's not into it. Like, Haeva would not have chosen to be with her. That's not, you know, that's not what Haeva's into. And I know that, but still, man, she was the one. She was the one I loved. So maybe that was part of it. But no, joking aside, it's because that I hate games that have decisions, that have multiple paths, and then in a situation, at a point where there should have been options, you don't get them. I hate when that occurs. It is very frustrating. For me anyway. And it's even worse when what happens is bad, has consequences, and you were forced into it. I hate that. We lost -3 reputation with the natives. We lost 3 reputation, rather, with the natives. And it was for something we literally had no control over. And as I complained about before, was something else, because a similar thing occurred in a previous part of these videos, where we took a hit to faction even though we had no choice. We should not take hits to factions when we did not make that decision, when we did not choose that action. And there we took a hit for 3. But then on top of that, we killed somebody who was revered and good. She may have been a little misguided, but she was good. She was amazing. And we killed her. But here's the thing. Here is the thing, y'all. To me, it was easily avoidable. Because all we had to do was mention the name of the ritual that the Tierna Cadachtas performed. That's all we had to do. And she would have instantly known that we were telling the truth. There would have been no logical reason for her to say you're a liar after that. None. Because how else would we even know about it? Now, she can have the disbelief reaction, but not the full-on I'm gonna kill you reaction because I think you're a liar. Because she would have known right there. Like when we said Tierna Cadachtas, there was enough room for doubt. Because we obviously know who that is. But if we had said the name of that ritual, she might have, it would have made more sense for her to go, no, that's impossible. But you have to be telling the truth. How else would a Renagze even know the name of that ritual? You know, or Ciora step in it. Like, this was avoidable in the easiest way possible, and they forced it. And I hate that. I really hate that. I mean, most people hate stuff that seems forced in general. But it's so much worse when things are forced. Wait a minute. Did we do something wrong? We might have did something wrong. But it's so much worse when things that are forced happen in a place that has multiple paths. So, in a game that has multiple paths, things being forced is worse. It feels that much worse. Ah. That's why. Now this time I want to make an effort to go here because I don't think we've been here. I think we've been close to it, but it doesn't look fully exposed, which means, or I believe it means, that we haven't been there. So we are going to try that. Man, I'm not happy. And then on top of that, Ciora, no comment? Really? Ciora, you have nothing? I mean, it's bad enough you didn't say anything when the situation was escalating, but you had nothing to say? Like, just, like I said, it's like 2 different games, man. It's very much like 2 different games. It was like at first the game was less rushed, it had a good pace, there was a lot of effort and detail going into it, but then suddenly they just started rushing it. And I don't know if it's because they ran out of time or if it was because they were looking at their clock and going, you know, this game is very long. Maybe we need to hurry things up, you know? And I think, because I mean, when I wrote my novel, I think the same thing happened with me. And that's one of the things I'm going to be looking at when I go to, I don't want to say edit the novel, because it's more than just editing. It's like rewrite. Maybe it's a rewrite. Like, I don't know. But yeah, when I go to work on that novel again, here we go. Yeah, when I go to work on it, that's one of the things I'm going to be paying attention to, because I just feel like maybe the pacing changed too much. Because like when I start off, but there at some point I kind of started moving things along, and I think it happened because I hate these maps. All right, so what if we? Because it all just looks so smooth. It looks like you're going the right way. And you turn this way. And what? Go this way? Is this it? Ah, okay. I got you. Doesn't look like it was worth it, though. This was a waste of time. But yeah, like when I was writing the novel, it was like I had one pace at first. Sounded a lot like I said One Piece, but I had one pace. And I was going and I was going, and then it was like, you know, you know, maybe it's time to speed it up. You know, like, cause I got in so many pages, and then it was just like, yeah, okay, maybe I need to start. Things just escalate and move very quickly to where I think it did start to get rushed, and it feels rushed. I could be wrong, but objectively speaking, when I go to review that book and I go to look at it, that's what I'm going to be looking for. And I can't remember which chapter, but it was so many chapters, and then it was just like, alright, I think I gotta hurry this along. You know. So I can't help but wonder if maybe spiders felt the same way. Like they were going along, and at some point they're like, you know, this game is feeling really long. Like that might have been their standpoint. Like it feels very long, and we're only at this part. And if that's the case, I can relate to that, because I feel like I did the same thing. It was like, yeah, this is. I'm at chapter whatever it was, and I'm like, we still haven't even reached the halfway point, kind of thing. So I was like, all right. So I started speeding it up. And maybe spiders did the same. And that's the other thing. My criticisms are not about attacking spiders. It's really not. It's just honest, objective criticism. Things that I think would improve this game, would have made this game better, and or one could use. Like, I'm curious if we're going to end up fighting something that looks like that. And one of Professor Serafedin's notes, or notes from someone on the expedition, I think that was the statue they were talking about, but I could be wrong. Because I think I remember seeing a broken statue, and they might have been talking about that. Alright.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle.
So,
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle.
for the next game,
Protect me in this battle.
I would like them to really take their time,
Your magic is running out. Take
not fall prey to feeling like their game is too long. It's not like it's impossible for a game to be too long. Some people don't like that. But I feel like when it comes to RPGs, people do like a bit of a lengthy adventure. That didn't have the effect I was looking for. I feel like I tore them up. Felt like the sword bounced off of them. It's like some people feel that way. But then you look at something like The Witcher 3 and the worthy DLCs. I say worthy because a lot of times DLCs are garbage. You know what I mean? Like, they almost feel like a ripoff. But the DLCs for The Witcher 3, forget about it, man. Like, they were well done, worth every penny, man. I'm telling you, the CD Projekt Red, they're gamers. They're gamers. Because they care, in my opinion. I may not agree with everything that they do and every decision they make in terms of story or world building, but they do an excellent job, period. We may have some different tastes, but I cannot take away from the quality of their stories, of their characters. Like, from the bottom up, from the top to the bottom, these people take their time and put the effort in for each and every for each and every detail of their game, in my opinion.
We have both seeds. The ritual should work.
So, it's like, take your time, spiders. Don't be like me. Don't be rushing at any point. Sky's teeth. Alright, let's check this out. This is so confusing. Enter Vinbar's sanctuary. Find Constantine. Like, are they the same thing? Why are these quests so separate, man? Like, I don't understand what happened. Like, the quality and the methodology and everything, it just keeps going down, man. Like, they're not... I don't know. It's like the tale of two games, y'all. Like, two different teams started working, or like at some point a different team took over. I don't know. Oh yeah, let's spend these points right quick that I don't quite care about. Let's just go ahead and do it. I guess we could do accuracy. We could have done mental power, I guess, but we do not use rings. I wonder what kind of potions. You know what? Let's real quick see about. So we have 36 elemental coating, 37 poison coating. So we're gonna use that, because why not? It's there. Let's use it. Mind you, we do not have much time for this video. But we're gonna keep pressing on with the pressing on. Like, even the design of maps, I feel like it's rushed. You know, like, look how streamlined they are. So you're not exploring, you're not looking around as much. And to be fair, to an extent, and I can understand if my viewers felt the same way, I kind of appreciate the streamlining of the map, since exploring usually doesn't yield anything of interest. Not anymore. Yeah, I had to eat my words just a tad. Speaking of which, because, you know, we found something, the Warrior King outfit. Oh yeah, that's right. I hate that there's not an easy way just to go down the line, so to speak. You gotta back out, go back in. Alright, here we are. But I do kind of appreciate that to some extent. Some of that streamlining. Alright, so what was the purpose of this? I wonder. They're gonna make use of it in some way, because otherwise it just seems like a waste of space. I know some things are just for aesthetics. Aesthetics can often add to immersion, but again, I tend to want more than immersion and aesthetics. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with making stuff for aesthetics and immersion purposes, but I feel like there should be another purpose as well. Now, Malachor might be what happens when you get bound but it doesn't go right. Something they said, I can't remember specifically what got said that made me think about that, but I actually thought about that in the back of my head a little while ago, and then something else got said that reminded me of this, and I'm like, is Malachor a curse? Is Malachor a punishment? Is Malachor the rejection of the binding? Like, I don't know. This is still a fascinating story overall, in my opinion. Damn, Vinbar's a beast. That dude is powerful. But what is he doing to Constantine?
King Vinbar! Why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimin saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving. He will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely mad.
I don't think he has.
You are too blind, too Renaikse to understand.
Leave him!
Fortunately for you, Vinbar, you're humanoid. He getting some meat. He getting some meat, but they messed him up. We ain't even touch him.
Free him!
No!
I cannot. All source of life.
Free him! Oh, damn it!
And there it is. That's the statue. That is awesome. Holy smokes. Now he seems similar to what we fought in the arena. We're probably gonna die because I definitely did not take him as seriously as I should have, and he already killed Sierra. No, no, no! Stop doing that. There we go. Now I do crystallization before using the gun, but it's kind of like in hindsight, I don't even know if that hurts him. Like, I don't know if that causes more armor damage to do it that way. No! God damn it. That is not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So I could hit him with that 3,000, with that 3K. That's what I wanted. Hit him with that 3K. It's just us and Alpha right now. Alright, slow him again. We're gonna slow him again. Technically, we could just drop him with freaking guns, man. Like, no problem. No, I screwed up. Because I meant to do one of these. Ah, damn it. Why? Did you see that? My people, did you see that? No! 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 Trying to slow him. You know, I just realized I didn't buff anybody either. I don't know if that would have helped, because he snatched the meat off of him. Like, that meat came off. Alright? Came clean off. We took some meat off that bone. Meat gone. Took meat off. Yeah, I didn't want to kill him. Because this dude might be right. Constantine might be possessed or something due to the Malachor. Maybe the Malachor is the action of an evil being, not Enmil from Rockman. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The god of many faces or whatever. I don't even know if we should free him. Now the weird thing is, he done had Constantine for a while. Why didn't he kill him? Like, he's saying Constantine's a threat to where he need to be eliminated. He had him for days, possibly. How come he ain't just kill him? Hopefully we'll get an explanation on that.
Constantine, wake up, please, I beg you. Hang on, we are bringing you home to get you healed.
Healed how? Heal him how? There is no cure for Malachor, as far as we know.
"3 days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
And we will do that next time on GreedFall Z. But anyway, thanks for playing along. Thanks for enduring said commentary and etceteras, etceteras. Until next time, take care.